Hello and welcome to 13-2's Chapter 4 Let's Play FU7 The Blazing Sword. So, anyways, this chapter is a blast from the past. You may notice that everything's in super fast mode. Sorry, the chapters are getting longer and I'm having to fit them into the same time frame, so you know what that means, no more battle animations. So, we have the return here of Creepy Mofo on the right, and a rather familiar face on the left just disappeared, but he'll be back in a little while. That's the boss of this chapter, a guy named Eric. You may recognize him as the boss from Chapter 14 of the sequel to this game, FU7, or prequel. He had a less sexy mustache in that game. So, first I send Marcus over to go get a door key, and I'm going to use Kent, Sane, and Sexy Boy to block off the bridges on that side. Sexy Boy here is finishing off a Cavalier. That one goes for Kent, and he gets doubled with 10, which is going to make him quite easy to finish off. I used Elwood to bait over that Nomad because I know I can kill him and get some experience next turn if I weaken him with Oswin first, as you'll see here. So, that Cavalier right in front of Sexy Boy is going to get killed by Matthew, and then Sexy Boy himself is going to move up after Dorcas misses with a halberd, which would be really nice to get a hit on that. I could have advanced a lot faster. Sarah heals him up first just in case this guy gets in a hit, which luckily he doesn't. So, Marcus comes to catch up, and Kent and Sane get moved out front, and they're going to actually get their first support in this chapter. It's quite lame. At any rate, the villains from Laos are charging me, including several Nomads and the Cavalier. There's Guy on the left, rescuing Priscilla on the right. Or, trying to. She's being held in the castle by a Creepy Mofo who wants to do creepy things and, well, foe. Anyways, Sexy Boy takes out a Nomad, and Kent and Sane are going to have a little bit of trouble with the remaining Cavaliers because Lot can't get there with the Halberdier in time. Luckily, Urk over there is going to be able to help him out. The Forest was really useful. Also useful in this chapter was basically my two healers, Sarah and Priscilla. I was glad that I had both of them around. Elwood gets healed up. He's going to actually do quite a bit of fighting in this chapter, along with Matthew over there. And Florina can't really do too much. So Sexy Boy almost gets a level up. He's left with like 99 XP. And then he finally gets his level up right there, and it's HP. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So anyways, Priscilla exits the castle and starts charging towards me. I have to finish off these idiots over here for fear that they're going to kill Priscilla next turn. So Rebecca is being pretty useful over there. Elwood finishes off that cabbie with his rapier. And Marcus is going to go get a steel blade from the village up top. So Lot takes that guy down pretty low, and then I finish him off with Urk. And okay. So I'm moving forwards. I was going to rescue her, but then I thought better of it because she's going to move towards Elwood later on anyways. These bandits, as you'll recall, show up in the bottom. I'm actually going to use them as experience food for Elwood later on in this chapter because none of them can hit him for beans. So Priscilla over there is going to talk to Elwood and Merlinus, and she's going to have a really boring recruit conversation about how she doesn't respect him, and yet she respects him, and basically she's a spoiled bitch. Urk gets a pretty nice level up. He's not getting RNG screwed like Urk usually does. I send Matthew and Elwood down to go get some kills over there. Sexy Boy gets a nice crit that was totally unnecessary in every way. I'm starting to back off a little bit here, because I know the guy's going to come out of castle because I kind of cheated and played this chapter once in advance. And I apologize for that, that's not going to happen again. But in this game, new reinforcements can move on the same turn that they show up. Guy has an annoying tendency to come out of that castle and, like, kill something. He just randomly criticals because he's holding the killing edge. So that pirate down there can't touch Elwood, like, at all. And I was going to finish this guy off with Urk, but I had to weaken him up with Lance first, and guess what? Lance gets HP and luck. Not such a good level up. Although I seem to be getting resistance blessed on every single one of my characters. I see a support there, so I think for a while, but then I realize, no, I gotta rescue someone. So I fall back here a little more than I thought I would need to. First I confiscated all of Marcus' weapons and did a little bit of healing with both Sarah and Priscilla. But boy was I glad I fell back, because I wound up being literally one space outside of Guy coming over and critting me to death. Whew. Anyways, Elwood's gonna tidy up here nicely. He finally gets his strength level up, and Priscilla's gonna come over and talk to Guy. And if you read carefully right there, you'll probably have to pause to get it in this video at this speed. You're going to see that she mentions not hearing any stories from any barfs about men not returning the princesses to their castles or something like that. It's a typo. You'll notice that D is right next to F on the keyboard. I personally haven't heard any stories from barfs lately either. Although, I wonder if I'll be able to recruit one in this game. At least a dancer, I mean, come on. Urk gets another level up, but this one's pretty shitty. Luck and res, no mag, nothing really worthwhile. I give Guy over there a level up, just to be friendly to him. And Kent and Sane are going to get a support, which is pretty nice, although, you know, C-support, still nothing too special. Basically everyone moves forward, although I was going to move Marcus a little more forward than that, and then I decided against it. Roy is just owning it up over here, and I just called him Roy, even though his actual name is Elwood. And the instant Matthew comes in, he goes and gets hit by 34, and I have to rescue him. But then I realized that Elwood's skill and speed are going to get dropped from the rescue, and he's going to get hit. And I don't want him to die, because then I lose. So I give the mend staff to Priscilla over here, and she heals some dudes up. And I sent Ward down previously to rescue Matthew and drop him off. Now, this is the first kind of bullshit boss. Eric was a crappy boss in FE7, but in this game, he's seriously beastly, mostly because none of your characters can touch him. This is starting to be the worst possible situation, because I can now be killed in one turn by all those pirates down there if I get super RNG screwed. So I'm going to need Elwood to cunt a vulnerary. I pick up an angelic robe, which is really important later on. I highly recommend that. I'm not going to use it this chapter, but angelic robes are always nice to have. Finally, a healer with some move. Thank you very much, Priscilla, for not being Sarah. Or, as you'll find out in Evernoob's playthrough, dumb bitch. At any rate, Sexy Boy tries to go over there, but it doesn't quite work. So I park Guy over there instead, in the hopes that I'll get a lucky crit that weakens it enough. But I was an idiot. I left Lance there. He got attacked instead with a javelin, and now I have weapon disadvantage and like all kinds of screwage. So this is not a happy day for me. That was bad strategy on my part. At any rate, Sexy Boy is gonna try to wear this guy down over time. I was going to use the Armor Slayer, but it seems like a waste of a valuable weapon, so I went for the Iron Sword instead. Hopefully I can just wear him down, I was thinking. I visited the armory just in case they had anything nice, but Florina didn't really find anything. But I did buy some extra fires for Urk. Matthew can't be touched on a forest, as I noticed, and so I used Priscilla to heal up Elwood a little bit, and I gave him some more experience. He's going to get one more level up, I believe, before this chapter's over. That boss seriously takes forever to kill. So no one can touch Matthew. Sexy Boy's just grinding at the boss over there. He can't really do anything more than the 4 damage. I tried to kill him with Urk because I knew that if I could get him down to 8, I would have the kill. Unfortunately, Urk missed, and I was like, fuck! This is going to take 3 more turns now, because of the auto-healing. God damn it. So Elwood gets a little strength, and some HP, and some luck, which is nice. He's getting luck like every level up. Matthew has gotten luck on both of his level ups so far. The mustachioed Eric over there is still going at it with Sexy Boy. He's knocked him down pretty low, but I finally take him out with Urk, and that's the 2nd straight time that I've killed Eric. He better friggin' stay dead this time. So anyways, now all that remains is to finish off this last pirate, which Elwood's going to go ahead and do handily right here. And so all that remains is for Sane to bring him up to the castle up there. And now I can see this cutscene. And we're back in the world of FE6. It may come as a surprise to you that I was actually playing FE6 during this time, because the boss and the chapter map and all the character archetypes were exactly the same as in chapter 14 of FE7. Yes, that's right, Intelligent Systems is really fucking lazy, as if we didn't know already. Well, anyways, thank you very much to Evernoob, thank you to you for watching. If you really want to see some more interesting stuff, chapter 6 is probably the place to start. Until then, it's kind of dull. See you there.